Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, LaDonna. Um, Welcome to another episode of Cardinals Row. I am your host, LaDonna Samani. You can catch all these shows on Spreaker from 27 Outs Baseball. Uh, you can also catch it on Strictly Prohibited network on Spreaker. You can also obviously catch me on YouTube. YouTube LaDonna Samani. Yes, everybody. I would like to tell you about my week before we talk about some baseball real quick. Because I feel like I almost killed myself. Almost killed myself this week. And I'm not even joking. Trying to work out, trying to get fit, and boom, I hit myself with one of the bands, the workout bands. So if I look like I'm kind of doing this, my right eye got knocked out. Yep, I'm not even lying to you. I wish I was. It hurt. I thought I was going to have to go to the doctor because I could not hardly see. It was painful. It was. I was seeing spots. I did call the doctor, and they were like, "Oh, you should be fine. Now, if it gets worse, call it. Call us back." So thank God I didn't have to go to the hospital. That's all I am saying. But yeah, that was my fun for the week. I'm glad I didn't have a black eye because I probably wouldn't have done the show live if I had a black eye. Um, but if you are listening and you want to call in, you may call in at 972-460-6077. That is my phone number to call and take calls. Again, 972-460-6077. Um, Definitely, I love to hear everybody. It doesn't matter if you're not a Cardinals fan. I've had actually non-Cardinals fans on the show already. I'm trying to get a Yankee fan to get on here. I need to find him. I'm having in the future. I am going to have some hate weeks, as what I like to call it, uh, which they're really not hate weeks, but it's basically what I call uh, when I play a rival. So the rival, I know I have somebody on when I play the Pirates so far, and I know we have somebody on when we play the Atlanta Braves. I have my friends on when we play the Atlanta Braves. Um, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be really interesting to have uh, just a different perspective of teams, what they say, how they feel about their team. Especially, I think we play the Pirates and we play the Braves. Like the first time we play them, and the time I have the guest on are going to be in May. If you would like to be a guest on the show, just let me know. I love to talk to rivals. It's not, it doesn't have to be Cardinals, Cardinals, Cardinals. Don't get me wrong. I am going to talk about my Cardinals, but I am going to talk about what is happening, with other teams in our division, but really a lot. Um, so, with that being said, I do have a couple other things I want to talk about in the baseball world besides, Cardinals spring training. We are going to talk about the time clock that has been happening in the minor leagues right now. A couple people got signed this week. Um, it's going to be. I'll put my take on it. Let's just say that because I feel one got overpaid and I feel one deserved it. Uh, and definitely, hey Charles. Charles is on my YouTube, and he's a Cubs fan. And I don't have too many Cubs fans friends. It's probably because of the rival, but I do have a few. I actually have a cousin that's a Cubs fan too. Um, But again, let's go ahead and talk about some Cardinals baseball. Uh, spring training is here and we've played so far 7 games. We've won 2, lost 3, and 2 ties. We have a game today. It's going to be at 1:05 Eastern Time. We are playing. I had that up. We are playing the Marlins. Um, Waka is pitching. I actually get to see this game because it will be on TV. I'm very excited because I love to watch almost every game that I can. Carpenter is going to be at third base and he's batting first. Fowler is in right field. He's batting second. Goldsmith, of course, is at first base and he's batting third. Ozuna is the designated hitter. Robinson is at shortstop. Munoz is at center field. I'm going to butcher this guy's last name, and I'm so sorry. Or Arena is at left field. Pena is our catcher. Sosa is our second baseman. Um, like I said, this game we're playing, and it's going to be obviously because we share the same field with them, but we are the home team, and that game comes on at 1:05 Eastern, 12:05 Central. Um, what I expect from this game is pretty much trying to see if who's gonna bat second, and I'll put my take on that. That comes a little bit later because I found this great article that one of the Cardinals writers writes, and it was definitely interesting. And I like following her stuff, and it's a female, so it's kind of like girl power. Um, Carlos Martinez. Speaking of Carlos Martinez had an injection to stimulate his healing in his shoulder. So this put him out for like another 2 weeks. I'm hoping because I'll actually be there in 2 weeks. I'm hoping when I see him, when I get down there, which I will see them the 17th and 18th, um, that we will, he will be not, I don't want to say pitching in a game, but he will be available to just be in a throwing program. Right now, he's still in a sling that I know from what I know. And so that's not what I want to see at all. Um, so yeah, uh, I don't know what to do with him. I will. If anybody's been paying attention to the show, you can hear my frustration. It's already we're not even a full 2 weeks in the season, and he's already hurt. And everybody knows if you've been paying attention, that's like my biggest fear was him staying healthy. Um, and I don't know what this, I don't know what to do uh, or say because I really, really wanted him to stay healthy. And I even stated for him, uh, for us to be better as a whole, him and Adam Wainwright need to be healthy. Uh, and now it feels like he's not going to be there. And I don't think he's going to be a starter, which that's not my issue. I don't have a problem him not being a starter. I don't have an issue with him. My issue is that he's not going to be able to probably play at all. Him coming out of the bullpen or him being a closer, I'm actually perfectly fine with Carlos Martinez doing that, just due to the fact that because the closer used to be his original position and then they made him a starter. Maybe a lot of people probably don't even know that he used to be a closer. Um, like I stated, I'm perfectly fine with that. My my issue is, will he be healthy? And that is actually one of the questions that Jennifer asked. Will he be healthy? Um, the question that's the biggest question. I don't know. I can't even I don't even see him on the starting roster at the beginning of the season. I know it sounds bad. I know it sounds horrible, but it's the honest to God truth. I don't know if he'll even be there. Uh, the shoulder injury has been lingering, and it's just getting bothersome. Uh, and I'm over it. And someone asked me earlier, just a few minutes ago, if Dallas Kershaw has been picked up, and he hasn't. And that would be right when Martinez went down. I think that would have been my my clue as an owner. We might have to go look at him, but Mo is so content that these other players are going to be okay. So that's fine. I just have to trust in Mo, which I don't have that much trust in him. But who has a lot of trust in their owner? I don't know. I don't. I really don't. We did sign Matt Wieters to a minor league deal. He used to play for the Nationals, and then he's a catcher. He played for the Nationals, and he didn't really do that great. But of course, everybody knows him from when he played in Baltimore. He's a four-time All Star. He's a two-time Golden Glove. His resume from Baltimore looks good, but when he was with the Nationals, it looks like garbage. So that will have to be he was signed to see who's going to get that second spot. I don't know if they're not sold on Pena, which I am sold on Pena because Pena did really good. Francisco Pena, he did really good behind the plate, and Yachty went down. But they did have Kelly as well, so they rotated. Um, and since Kelly got traded for Goldsmith, we have to, I guess, they kind of see what's going on. I do like, our prospect that is there. That is the catcher, and Kishner. I do like him as well, but I guess they feel he's not major league ready, even though he is tearing up the minor league. So we'll see who gets to be Yachty's backup. Because right now we don't technically, if you look on the roster, there's no backup whatsoever on the roster. It just says Yachty. That's our only catcher right now. So I think it's going to be Pena. Some people think it's going to be Wieters, but we'll definitely see how he does in spring training. We also did sign Miles Michaelis to an extension, a 4-year deal worth $68 million. Do I think it's kind of too soon? Just a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I do like Miles Michaelis, and I do like what he. I did. I loved what he did last season, but do I think it was too soon to sign him? I do. But we do need a pitcher. I hope he just stays at what he did last season, since he didn't play for 5, 6 years in the major leagues, and he did amazing comeback after playing in Japan. Um, an update out Alex Reyes. Of course, he's our number one prospect, and he's getting tired of being called a prospect, which I definitely understand because he wants to be full time. Uh, until he stops getting hurt, which he'll still be a prospect. This yesterday he did pitch to minor league players, which is a good. Last time I was on here, he did pitch, but no one swung. Last week, now this week he's actually pitching to people. He will actually get to pitch. I don't know if he's starting, but he'll actually get to pitch next Tuesday versus the Phillies. I hope he does well whenever he's out there, because if you've seen Alex Reyes stuff, he has a good arm. It's just he can't stay healthy, which is sad to say the least, because he has the stuff. Now, if I said it before, if he doesn't do well this season, this is his last season. It's they're trying to keep helping him if he gets hurt again. I don't think the Cardinals will give him another chance after those will be like the third injury in 3 years. So you can only, have so much faith in one person for so long until they, kind of do you wrong. Um, I definitely, that's what some people, and I'm definitely gonna get there. Charles said he thinks Weeder should be the backup because of the experience, which that's what Jennifer wrote. Jennifer is her last name I cannot save, so it's Jennifer L is what I call her. She is a writer for the Cardinals, and she asked a couple questions, and that was one of her questions was who will be the backup? And like I stated earlier, I stated it will be I think it's going to be Pena. She thinks it's going to be Waiters, uh, but we'll see. Another question that she asked was who will be the fifth starter since Carlos is out? We have John Gant, we have Austin Gomber, Dakota Hudson, Daniel Ponce de Leon, and then Alex Reyes. I don't think it's going to be Alex Reyes at the beginning of the season. I don't think it will be Hudson. I really think it's probably between Ponce de Leon, Gomber, and Gant, even though I like Hudson. But I really have a feeling it might be Ponce de Leon or Gomber. I like both of them when they were in last season. I do like their numbers. But Dakota Hudson, don't get me wrong, he did have a great start last season when he had to start because we had so many people out. Do you think that Matt Carpenter should be bat second for the baseball Cardinals? Boy, Charles, you be in my head. Charles, you are in my head because I swear to God, that was my next question. Who was going to bat second? That is the question that we have been thinking about, and I don't know. I like Carpenter at second. I like Dexter Flower at second, but I don't know. Like my real issue is I don't think it's people think it's going to be Dex, and I don't know if it's going to be Dexter Flower. I do like Carpenter at second. I actually like Carpenter at first, batting first, and then someone else batting second. So I can actually see Carpenter first, and if it's not Dexter Flower, I see Paul DeYoung, Helm batting second, or it can even be Goldie batting second. Uh, or I really want Goldie to bet to go to third and not second. Just but we'll see. We will. It's a good question. That Charles just asked because, like I said, that is the biggest question because they are actually trying to figure out right now. Right now, Dexter's getting some time. Paul DeYoung will get some time. Lately, and probably even Carpenter will probably get some time batting second. Right now, we'll see. But right now, lately, when Dex is playing, Dexter Flower is getting to play second. But so we're going to continue. But Charles, you're definitely thinking right here with me because that's one of my questions. How will Reyes start the season? I think he will not be with us at the very beginning. I think he will be in Memphis, or he'll be in Jupiter getting some more time. They probably won't pull him up till May or June, just depending on how great he looks. So, but another question she asked was, what will become of Carlos? And my guess, and I've been guessing that because of this, he will become a reliever. I don't know if he'll ever start the season. But if he does, he's going to start off a reliever and work his way back up as a starter. That's my biggest issue at this time. What would he do? Uh, Also, another question that she asked was, will the Cardinals start with a 12 or 13 man pitching staff? And she stated, and I totally agree with her. Her prediction was the start of the season. We have 15 games and only 2 days off. So they're going to pick up an extra pitcher. So that probably means that we're not going to have that extra player, which will probably be O'Neill. O'Neill more likely will not be there, or Munoz might not be there. Uh, that's the biggest question right now is who's going to make the team. We obviously know that Jose Martinez is going to make the team because they just gave him an extension last Saturday. So right now it's really between O'Neill or Munoz or Robinson. Those three players, and even Jerko, those four people are just kind of out lingering. So who the two they will keep, that is still up in the air. Jerko even stated, if you've listened to me last week, Jerko stated that he doesn't know because he doesn't know what's going to go on because he doesn't have a role and he doesn't have obviously a starting spot ever since Goldie came, and now that Matt Carpenter moved from first to third. So we'll see. My prediction on that, it is going to be Jerko and Munoz, but a lot of people think that it's going to be Jerko and Robinson. And then I read a couple other articles thinking it's Robinson and Munoz. So they're not really saying too much about O'Neill, but O'Neill is young. He can go back to Memphis if needed. And I think he'll get pulled up, especially if one or two people in the outfield get hurt, which we'll keep our fingers crossed. Another question she asked, will Marcell Ozuna be ready by that time, by the time? And I definitely think he's going to be ready. I definitely think he's going to be ready and available at the beginning of the season. His arm looks great. But do I think he'll still be kind of hurt? Yeah, I do think he's going to still be kind of hurt. But he played with the injury last season, but it wasn't that great that he played with this injury. But I do think that he's going to play. If you're just joining us, again, you can listen to me on Spreaker, and that's on 27 ounce radio or Strictly Prohibited Network. You can hear me on both the networks. You can also call in at 972-460-6077 if you have any questions or concerns, or you just want to say that you hate my team because I'm a Cardinals fan, because I hear that all day. Cardinals suck, blah, blah, blah. I hate the Cardinals, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. It comes with the territory of being a Cardinal. I do want to talk about, there's other baseball news, and I forgot to talk about this last week, and I really wanted to talk about it today. There's a couple of the Cardinals things, but this was really harping my mind, and it is the pitch clock. I am not really a fan of this pitch clock. I don't know how many people are. I haven't really seen too many positive comments about it, I would say, about the pitch clock, because I am not a fan of it at all. The commissioner, Rob Manfred, is trying to speed up the pace of the game and trying to make the game just in a 3-hour broadcast window. Stop, and I always make fun of, like, I guess the older generation saying, stop trying to change the game. I will have to agree with them on this. Stop trying to change the game. This is something I'll have to agree with. It kind of, because, like, The questions were being asked, and you could tell, like, what if the batter takes a timeout? Does the clock get reset? Because it didn't get reset. It hasn't been reset since I've been watching spring training. What if, he checks first? Does the clock get reset? What if the catcher comes out of the box? Does the clock get reset? And so far, I haven't really seen that. Like I stated, I do not like the clock. I do see that they will postpone it after the current labor agreement, which expires in 2022. And I'm hoping by then that they'll just like forget about it and say, never mind. Because it's really, to me, like I said, it's really, to me, it's really annoying. That's basically on my thing. I don't like it. I would love to hear other fans' comments about it. Um, Charles said he's not a fan of it, and I know there's a lot of other people talking about they hate it, and I hate it. Like, there's if I could strangle it, if it was a person, I would strangle it. Like, that's one of my things. I don't like, the amount of when they changed it to how many times you can go up to the plate. I can kind of deal with that, but now you're going to add a pitch clock to it too. Stop trying to change the game of baseball. Stop it. MLB people, Rob, anybody else, stop trying to change the game. If you're a baseball fan, we are used to watching a baseball game for about 4 hours. We're used to it. 3 to 4 hours. We're used to this. This comes with the territory. If you're a baseball fan, it just comes with it. This isn't like something new, like, oh my God, it's a 4-hour game. No. If you're a true baseball fan, you're not complaining how long a baseball game is. Especially if they're in the playoffs and they were tied and they went to, what was that playoff game? It was like 6.5 hours and the game wouldn't end. And it was like I think it was with the Dodgers game. Oh my God. And I stayed up for it. Like, it was my team. I stayed up the whole time watching it. But if you're, like I said, if you're a true baseball fan, you're watching it regardless. You're going to pay attention, especially if it's your team. You're not complaining. If you're complaining, then that means you're just probably missing some show if it's on regular TV and you can't watch your news, or you're missing another game. That's it. That's basically all it is. But I don't like it. Other news that has happened this week, like I stated, somebody got overpaid and somebody got paid. Overpaid. Bryce Harper finally signed with the Phillies. I will see him this month because we do play the Phillies when I am there. It's a 13-year, $330 million with no opt-out clause. So this means he will be 39 years old when he's done. 39. And if you paid attention to me last week, I stated, I think Manny doesn't deserve his money either, but the team has a 5-year opt-out clause in his contract, which I do like. I was hoping that Harper gets some type of opt-out clause, but of course there is no opt-out clause in his deal. For a man that really can't stay healthy, and to me, that's a big deal. I don't care about your WAR. I don't care about your OBS. I don't care about your batting average. The biggest thing for me is Harper can't stay healthy. So do I think he raped them for 330 million? Yes, I do. He is walking great, and I don't think he's worth it. Now, if he does great, I'll come back on the show and say yes, he's doing great, or yes, he did good this season. I'll come back, but he has to wow me. You have to put up some numbers that's going to be wow, like seriously. I think he's overpaid. I think he's overrated. But a lot of people, hate me, especially if I put it in a baseball group. These fans come out of the woodworks. They're like roaches. Like right when you see they talk about Harper badly, it's like. So if you want to start argument in baseball group, just say Harper sucks or he's overrated, and they come out. Just giving you the heads up. But then Nolan Arenado got paid this, last week, and I think that was actually a good deal. He has actually proved himself. He has made it to the All-Star all 6 years that he has been in the league. The Rockies weren't playing. The Rockies aren't giving that up, and I applaud the Rockies for signing that, not allowing him to become a free agent. He signed an 8-year deal worth $260 million. So he'll be there till 2026, and there's a player opt out in 2021. I don't think he'll probably opt out because from what I'm hearing, he loves it there, and they obviously love him. But I read other people were saying the Yankees, matter of fact, they thought the Yankees kind of passed up on Machado, hoping that they can get Arenado. Well, Rockies were like, not today. Mm-mm. Not today. We're not playing those games. We're not having them in free agency. Just like we're hoping to get Goldsmith to a deal. He's never been a free agent, so we're hoping that he'll stay. He'll stay with us and not hit the free agency. That's a big thing. Uh, so we'll see. Keeping fingers crossed. But back to a couple other Cardinals news. Molina is rumored to play March 14th. Since he's had his injury, he has not been playing at all. He's just been basically helping and teaching others. But it's Molina. What can we say? We already know he's going to be great. We already know he's going to be awesome. Um, so again, if you're waiting for Yadier to play, March 14th is supposed to be his first game. That is the rumor that I have been hearing. And also, there's this guy named Rick Ankiel. If you're a baseball fan, you know him because he was a Cardinal pitcher, and then he played in the outfield, and I forgot what other teams he played with, but he's trying to make a comeback in pitching. You see my face? If you're seeing me on YouTube, you see my face. He's 39. He was trying to make this comeback last season, but he had a partial torn tendon in his elbow, so he had to get surgery. And the Cardinals plan to give him a chance in the minor league. He has access to the Cardinals facility since he lives in Jupiter, so they're giving him a chance. It's been 6 years since he's played in the league. 15 years. Not 5 years, not 15 months, but 15 years since he's pitched in the major leagues. 39 and 15 years. Y'all think about that. Y'all think about that. Tell me if that even sounds smart. I don't think he's going to make it. I like Rick Ankiel, but I don't think he's going to make it. Um, Charles is talking about he agrees with Harper, Rob, the Phillies. Uh, my Mad Mike is up, and he said Phillies have a problem, and he's not worth 300 million. I could go on and on and on about this whole Harper situation and Machado. Both of them, to me, are not worth the money that they got. I don't know if they saw Manny Machado that I saw, but that Manny Machado that played in the playoffs that was slacking and not moving too much was there. There's my dog. Come on, move. This is what happens when you do a show at home and you have a dog that is your hemorrhoid. He walks in front of the camera. He has to be with me at all times. Um, but yeah, I could go on and on and on about Manny Machado. I can go on and on about Harper. I don't think neither one are worth the contract that they did um, at all. I don't think that and it but like I said, at least the Padres were smart and had an opt out clause. That's about the smartest thing that you can have is that opt out after 5 years. Because now Bryce is going to have that contract, and what if he doesn't do good? Let's just say 5 years down the line, they're going to be stuck with him because nobody's going to want to pay that money when he's in his 30s. He's going to be what, 5 years? He'll be 32? No, 30, 31, 31 going on 32 because no one's going to want to pay that. I guess they did not learn from that A-Rod. Albert Pujols has that deal. Both of them have that deal. And I think A-Rod's probably still getting paid because nobody wanted to pay that. Nobody wanted to pay that at all. He's going to be like the Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid to like what, 2026? $1 million a year? If you don't believe me, Google. He's still getting paid baseball money, $1 million a year because of that contract he had. That's what's going to happen to Bryce Harper. He's going to be not playing ball and still getting paid. I kid you not. If there's anybody with other questions, like I said, I knew today was gonna be a short day because there's really not. Oh, there is another baseball thing, and I feel bad. The Royals catcher Salvador Perez had Tommy John surgery on his elbow, on his right elbow, and he's going to get it next week, and he is going to miss the entire season. This really hurts the Royals. If you're a Royals fan, this really hurts. You know, I'm not a biggest Royals fan just because of they're only 4 hours across from us in the state if you're in Missouri. But it really does hurt the team, their team. I believe in the catchers or control everything. If you have the greatest catcher, I guess just maybe that might be just from us because Yachty controls our team, and you could tell the difference when Yachty's not behind the plate. So I'm pretty sure since he has been there for a while, and I think like 8 years, 6 years he's been with them, that this is going to hurt them. I'm not for sure who their backup is, but I know. I know some fans that are not too happy with this. I wouldn't be happy either, obviously. But this really hurts them, and I feel bad for him, and I hope for him to have a speedy recovery. That sucks that this happened. Um, we'll see him next year. Hopefully, he'll be better than ever. Um, in 2 weeks, like I stated, I will be in Florida, so there will not be a show. I will take pictures. I will take video. Um, I'm hoping I can get some autographs as well. I plan on, and if I do a show, I might try to do something real quick at the game, like just a real quick. Hey, I'm here. Look at but I would not be doing a show. It is a family vacation, so I am going to enjoy my vacation. Next week, I will talk about any other baseball updates. It might not be all Cardinals again. I try to get a majority Cardinals, but if something like major happens in the baseball world, I will definitely try to talk about it. Again, you can find me on Twitter at Sports Diva 82, and that's all all together, no underscore another. Sports Diva 82 is my Twitter. You can find me on 27 Outs Baseball. We have a group. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is sports diva underscore LD. Charles has a question about Bader. Is he going to start? Absolutely. Absolutely. Bader is going to start. Bader is our pride and joy out there in the center field. That's why Tommy Pham got traded to Miami. I'm sorry, he got traded to Tampa Bay because Bader is the man out in center field. We love Bader. If you don't know, now you know. Bader is going to start. He's healthy. It's just they only play, I think they're starting to only play in our spring training. I don't know about everybody's spring training, but they're only trying to play like three to four big stars a game. They're not going to obviously play everybody. So he's definitely starting. I haven't heard anything else that he's not starting. I haven't heard anything that he's going to be gone, but Bader is definitely going to be the man this season, and he's going to play, and he's going to be there. Like I said, the only people that are questioning who's going to be there is the four that I mentioned would be Munoz, Tyler O'Neill, Robinson, and Jerko. I don't know if these four are going to be here, where they're going to be at. Two of them will be there, and two of them, I don't know. But those are the four. I'm trying to figure out who's going to be what. But we'll definitely see who is where. But like I stated, I think it's going to be Munoz and Jerko. But, I could be wrong. I'm not wrong that often. Mike will tell you that. Something about my intuition is just, it'd be right on. Just right on. But again, thank you everybody for listening to my show. I love everybody that talked to me, that's watching. Again, next week, same time, same place. Hopefully my dog does not walk in front of the camera and he does not interrupt my show. Like I said, he's almost a 90-pound hemorrhoid. I love him to death, but he's the laziest dog in the world. I'm laughing at Mike. Yeah, my intuition is kind of freaky. It is, and he says it all the time. It's weird that my intuition will be dead on. If I have a gut feeling, more likely it works. So next week, same time, same place, same beautiful Cardinal stadium in my background. I will talk to everybody next week. Hopefully something good happens, like Cardinals sign Dallas Kershaw. I can dream, right? Peace.